Hello and welcome to episode 2 of the Village Lifestyle series. My name is Joyce Alarapon, and in today's video I'll be discussing 10 amazing things that I've seen in this village so far. So stay with me while I dive right into it. If you're seeing my face for the first time, I want to humbly welcome you to my community, and I hope that you subscribe to this channel and you stay to the end of the video. And this brings me to the part where I give ask to my new subscribers. Thank you for always coming back to check my videos out. Without no further ado, let's move right into what we have for today. We obviously cannot compare the lifestyle of the city to that of the village. So since I've been staying here for a while now, I've come up with 10 amazing things that make me feel like, wow, this is actually happening. You know what I mean? So now I've come up with these things and I'll be sharing them with you today. So beginning the very first one. The very first amusing thing in this village is that there is no light. We are not in the Stone Age, we are not in the olden days, but there is no light in this community. And apparently this has been going on like 5 years ago since they had fights with the NEPA officials. I really don't know much about this and I stand to be corrected, but you might be wondering how I've been coping in this place with no light. The hospital, first thing first, they took it upon themselves to be providing 3 hours of light for us every day. And this come up around, night 7, 8ish to like 10ish kind of time every day. And that is much appreciated. Then number 2, we talk about this telecommunication offices, all these guys that sells phones and phone accessories. So they take it upon themselves, they're like the heroes in this community because they put on their generator. People come from different areas in the community to come and charge at their spot and they pay. It's okay. So that's how we've been coping in the community with no lights. So it's actually very amusing because I don't think I've lived in a place that has no lights before. Number 2 amazing thing is that Mondays are holidays. I don't know, I think I like this particular one because I like to rest, I like playing. So Mondays are holidays, and this is actually applicable to most of the eastern states. For example, we have the Imo, Abia, Enugu. I think all of these states, they have this don't go out on Mondays thing. But I think there's a curfew to it because here where we are now, we can start going out around 4 p.m. on Mondays. But from morning to evening, you have to stay in your house and chillax. So I think that one is a good one. I don't know why, but that's how we see it. And this doesn't happen where I come from. Number 3 thing that I find amusing in this place is that nylon, in my own understanding, is referred to as waterproof in this place. I understand that there are diversities to the way people communicate in different areas because I've been to a place before that they call this thing polythene. Polythene is the chemical name and they actually call it polythene. But when I got to this place, I got to understand that it is called waterproof. How did I even find out? One day I wanted to get something, and while I was leaving the shop, I said, oh ma, I need a nylon bag for this stuff that I just bought. Then she was looking at me like, what am I talking about? I had to use my hand to gesticulate to her that, ma, I want to put this thing inside something that I can tie. Then she now asked her daughter to pass her a waterproof. You might not like, waterproof, is this what? That's just really insane. Then number 4 thing is that their way of greeting in this place is amusing. Imagine when I first got there, people, anywhere I go to, people will start saying, car, auntie, car, auntie, car, auntie, car, auntie, car. Like, I've never bought a car. What do you mean by auntie car? By the end of the day, I found out that car is their own way of saying, oh, hello, oh, well done. In Yoruba language, you say, ekushe, ekule, eku everything, no, but when you all these things, their own way of saying, I'm greeting you in this place is car. So I got to understand that it's not particular to every area in this eastern state. I think it's particular to that village. So their own way of greeting is car, and I find it amusing because what's car? The number 5th thing that I find very amusing in this place is finding a good restaurant. A good restaurant, because when I first moved to this place, I had issues with food because we don't know where to get food from. We don't know anywhere around. I, in particular, plus my other housemate that we live together, we actually don't know anywhere in this place. So we're looking out for places. We have to go online to search for restaurants around before we could get the ones that we got food from. It took us a long time. So finding restaurants in this place is quite hard. Finding a place with good food because they're actually roadside canteens and the food are not so well to my taste, I must say. But finding a good restaurant that actually sells rice. I think rice is the most common food in Nigeria, right? Rice, before the era of before this era, Rice is the most common food in Nigeria, right? After gari. So why is rice not common in a restaurant? When you get to the restaurant, you tell them you want to buy food, but I get to a restaurant and I said, oh, I want to get food. What do you have? They tell you they have soup, they have afang soup, they have this one soup, they have that one soup. I'm like, rice? They said they don't have rice, so go forward. I keep moving, like I didn't see any place with rice. And the very first time I saw a restaurant or a roadside canteen with rice, I hated it that day because it was wrong. So finding a good restaurant in this place is an extreme sport. So the number 16 that I found very amusing in this place is finding other tribes' food. Okay, this might sound somehow, but I don't want you to get me wrong. Imagine I'm coming from the western part. Imagine finding amala in this place, finding amala flour, or finding like locust beans. You get that kind of this. Like these are the food that are particular to us in that area. So finding it here is very, very hard. It's not as if it's hard. It is not here. But the last time I made an inquiry about these things. I told me that I have to walk down to like 2 villages from this place. I'll be able to get it there. I think that's hard enough. It's supposed to be something around. So that's another thing that I find really amusing in this place. Then the next thing that we're talking about is the 7th one, and that is the insect bite. I mentioned this in my last video about the way I now have black spots all over my body because some kind of insect that I don't know nothing about has been biting me. So I really don't know if it is particular to this area, but I've not been feeling this thing before I came to this. We are considering fumigation. We've tried using these sniper things around the house, but it has not been working. So we are considering a full-blown fumigation. And the second thing about insects is this soldier ant. In fact, I cannot count the number of times that soldier ant has visited us in the room, like down to our room, to the kitchen, to the room, the bathroom. It's not like they're actually attracted to something in particular. You just suddenly see them, they're walking, they're just feeling like kings and queens in your room while you are sleeping. So we've had so many encounters with these things, and those times were not fresh. And the next thing is the 8th thing that I find very amusing in this place. Asking for sliced bread is like asking for the old 10 naira notes that Nigeria used to have. But I don't know why I have to ask you, do you have sliced bread? And all of you look at yourself and start laughing like, we don't have, so you don't have. So yeah, it's like nobody asks for sliced bread, nobody eats sliced bread there. Who are you? Where do you come from? Why are you asking for sliced bread? So it's like funny to them. Why me? I find it very amusing. Where I come from, you always see sliced bread, you see the one that is not sliced, you see different type of bread that you like. So asking for it here is funny to them, and me, I find it very amusing because why not? The number 9th thing I find very amusing in this place is doctors seem to be their only medical heroes. Okay, let me give you a scenario. There was a particular day that somebody had to say to my face that, hey, we are just paramedics now. I was like, ma, in their own understanding, doctors are the heroes. Those are the ones that know how to do everything in the hospital. Other medical professions are just supporting. I don't think this is right, because each profession has their own role. Doctors know what they do, lab scientists know what they do, pharmacists know what they do, the nurses know what they do. Each people has their own certification. They have their own license to practice something different from each other. So I don't know why somebody has to tell me that I do not make sense because I'm not a medical doctor. I'm an assistant because I'm not a medical doctor. I think that is very amusing. I do not see that an insult, because you are the one that is insulting yourself. Where I come from, people have. Now to the 10th thing that I found really amusing. This one is the highlight. Market days. If you don't go on market days to get what you want to get, you won't be able to find some particular things during the week until the next market days. I realized that the market days here is like every 4 days. So everybody that is selling anything, people that sell outside the village and beyond, they come around to a particular place, they display a product and they sell. To me, I find it very amusing because where I'm coming from, you can walk into the market anytime, any day, and you get stuff to purchase. You don't have to wait a particular days before you get a particular thing. So you can always find them around. So that's everything about what I find amusing here so far. So if there's anything else some other time, I'm going to be doing a part 2 of this video. So if you've gotten to this part of the video and you've not subscribed, I know you hate me and I do not hate you. So kindly subscribe to my channel. Make sure you like this video, you drop a comment or two, and you share it with your friends and your enemies. And tell me that you're waiting for episode 3. So see you in the next one.